And more calls coming, 0345 6060 973. You're welcome to text as well, talking about driving tests, benefits, Labour on benefits. And we're going to talk now a little bit about the US. Across to Washington, Jon-Christopher, the White House correspondent for Real Political News, joins us because it's the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Big event. He's going to tell us about it. JCB, thanks for joining us. So you are off to the big dinner then?
Yes, I'm all suited up in my tuxedo, black tie only.
Very smart.
I'll be having one very large, very cold martini gin, as Ian Fleming said.
Tell us a bit about this dinner for those who don't know about it.
Well, it's an annual dinner. It's for the members of the White House Correspondents Association, those who follow the White House, those who are in the briefing room, who go on Air Force One, who go to the Oval Office to follow the president and cover this White House and cover the comings and goings and travel with the president. And in fact, this dinner is about the freedom of the press. It always has been. And we offer scholarships for young journalists. And last year, President Biden and Dr. Jill Biden were the guests of honor. And the president usually speaks. It's also for celebrities and stars who want to really work their way up and feel like they're with some real top-notch people like myself. And,
yes. Yeah, I mean, you've had some big names there, haven't you, and doing some entertaining speeches.
Oh, I've talked to some wonderful people, and wonderful people have hosted. I've been going for years, and the comedians, usually they get a wonderful comedian, and also some very interesting historians. For example, Woodward and Bernstein were there many times and hosted celebrities, and it's kind of where the beat meet the elite, as we would say, and it's where the journalists and the celebrities meet, and we can kind of give each other a tough time. But it's always done in good fun, and during the Trump administration, he's never come, by the way, and that's just the way he is. Not a big fan of the press.
No,
and
well, I can sort of understand why he doesn't want to go, probably, though. I mean, I imagine he would not get a very warm reception, or am I wrong?
Well, I mean, he is the president of the United States. We do cover him.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not the most enjoyable thing, but he is the president. He's the commander-in-chief.
And are there journalists of all shades at this dinner? I mean, it feels like it's the norm, isn't it, for the president to go along?
Well, it is. I mean, I've been going to these for a long time. The problem is, and I think we've spoken about this, Donald Trump does not have a great capacity to make fun of himself. I've been to many dinners. And Bill Clinton would kind of be self-deprecating, and Barack Obama was self-deprecating. The Bushes were wonderful, and George Bush, God, we miss him, and Ronald Reagan. I mean, you need to have that kind of humor. Now Trump does not have that kind of humor. But I will give you one little anecdote, which I think shows exactly why Donald Trump is where he is today. Years ago, I don't know if you remember, I was at the Barack Obama Correspondents' Dinner, and I'm sitting at a table with my wonderful wife, who you've met, a table away from Donald Trump. And Barack is up there on mic saying some really rather scurrilous things about our friend Trump, including ridiculing his color, saying there's nothing in the natural world that has the same color as Barack Obama, as Donald Trump. And I said to my wife, "Oh, please, don't go down that road, Barack. Please don't do that."
No.
I watched Trump. His eyes were shooting sparks. His head looked like it was going to blow up. He was inflamed. And I'm watching his look at Obama, and I'm thinking, this is it. He is deciding at this very moment that he's going to run for president and undo Barack Obama's legacy, because talk about recrimination and going after someone. That's what Donald Trump does, and he did. And I think some of that was the reason that Donald Trump ran. So you have to be careful what you say at these dinners, but it should be an interesting evening. And I don't know who the guest is going to be tonight. but I'm sure it's important that the message gets out there that we're there to support young people who want to be involved in politics and involved in journalism, and there's many scholarships for them, and they'll be attending as well. So that's the good part of the evening.
And is it what Trump supporters would call like the mainstream media, or is it quite a mixture of different journalists from all walks?
Well, I don't know what anything means anymore. When I'm called fake news and mainstream, and I'm real political news. I used to be with Sky News, and I was a rather big organization, and now at Euronews, which is another big organization, and then I started my own operation called Real, REEL, Political News, very clever, and I'm a one-man band, so I get invited, I get to go, I think I'm fair, but all my colleagues, from CNN, from MSNBC, from the BBC, from Reuters, etc., they're there and they cover it, and they cover the president every day. And I think that's what we need to do, is to speak to the president and this administration on behalf of the American people. And you can't stop that, because it was President Kennedy who said that in this country you must have constitutional right, and you must have First Amendment, which Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting free exercise thereof and abridging the freedom of speech. That is the First Amendment, and as President Kennedy said, that is guaranteed in our Constitution.
And Trump won't be there. And I remember you telling me in his first 4 years, he didn't even hold the press conferences. He got fed up with it all, didn't want to be questioned. Are there better relations overall? And are you all still invited into the White House? Do you get to go to all these briefings now?
Well, here's the tricky thing, and we've had some conflict here. I have a credential. I can get to the White House. I can go to the press briefings. Do I go to the Oval Office? No, that's only for the pool. Do I go on Air Force One? No, that's only for another group. But the thing is this: this administration has tried to limit access to and silence the opposition. And an interesting thing, I was saying this, he has these. We talked about this. I was there for the press conference with your Prime Minister Starmer and Macron from France, and then he canceled Zelensky, and he basically threw him out, and he didn't even save lunch for him. There was lunch on carts and an invitation and a menu, but he didn't even get to it. But this is what Trump does now. He'll get someone like, believe it or not, Benjamin Netanyahu, or some other rather important international figure, and he'll have him sit, or Modi, or Maloney, and he'll sit in the Oval Office, and then he'll pontificate. He'll just go on talking and talking and talking, and he thinks this is a press conference, but it's not. It's just him giving his point of view and talking, sometimes rather identifiable in terms of what he's trying to say, but he'll just go on and go on. And I know he's got a lot of issues right now. The tariff thing is not working for him, and the issue with Putin, and he tries to fill the vacuum and talk to the American people through his own sense of what he wants to talk about. And I think that he hand selects the people that he'd like to be there. In fact, his press people do. But I'm lucky. I get in. I try to be a good guy and try to see both sides. But as you know, I try to speak truth. And I've been in this town now for 33 years. And I came in working for Clinton. And I'm impressed by the 100 days of Trump, which people are talking about right now. And that's going to be quite something. And a lot of people are coming up and doing shows on it. So we'll see how this comes. We've got, you've got Elon Musk involved and other characters, and it can be quite a circus if you take it that way. And his first 100 days are not going as well as he thought. Certainly economically, he said he would solve all the problems the first day, end the war in Ukraine the first day, and basically he has not. But he's the president. He's the only one we have at the moment. I wish him well. I wish good hands across the sea with Great Britain, and hopefully we'll stay together and in the UN and the EU, and we can have a successful, thriving thrust for our democracies.
JCB, thank you. Jon-Christopher Bua from Real Political News on his way to that White House Correspondents' Dinner. More coming up in a moment. Do join in 0345 60